Hey, want to skip those ads and get early access and bonus episodes of all Banana for Scale shows? Hop on over to truestory.fm/join and discover all the cool perks that come with being a member of the Banana for Scale family. Coming up, we put the last butt plug, we promise, on a bagel. Very bold of us to make that promise without checking ahead. But
yeah, I'm not promising.
Greetings, Verse Jumpers. I'm not Lister Ryan Clark.
And I'm not Keenan Diaz.
We're another version of them from another universe, and this is another episode of Every Minute of Everything Everywhere All at Once, a show where we attempt to explain, evaluate, enlighten, and elucidate the Academy Award-winning film Everything Everywhere All at Once. Okay, so our minute begins with Evelyn getting floored.
And then ends with Evelyn getting chaired?
That must be a typo. It must be that she's getting cheered. Only one way to find out. Let's get to the top of this minute. You'll remember, Evelyn was fighting with Alpha Brian, and she got knocked to the floor with a tarp falling on her for good measure. We get a brief glimpse of the Wong Kar Wai world, because remember, she had spilled her manager's popcorn as well. And now she's apologizing to him. There's plenty of popcorn in that thing, buddy. It's your own fault for filling it over the top.
Unless it's mostly styrofoam and there's only an inch of popcorn at the top.
Right, yes. Gotta save money wherever we can. Right? Anyway, Wong Kar Wai Evelyn glances back at the screen just in time to see our Evelyn fighting her way out of that tarp. We haven't really talked about this, but that's what they're watching, right? Like in the Wong Kar Wai universe, they're watching the movie she made, but the movie she made is like at least partially our movie, right?
Yeah, I'm glad that you pointed that out here because I don't think we know that for another minute or so. But that if we've seen the film, yes, that's what we're watching. Yeah. Because she's going to see herself, die in some versions of it.
Spoilers. Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know if the movie that they're watching is multiversal. There might be also some split timelines that she's watching. But for right now, I don't think we're supposed to know what she's seeing on the screen. Just that she is getting kicked around at the same time as she is in our universe.
Yes.
It's not our universe.
I'm gonna stick to our universe because I'm just gonna say our universe because that we started with ours, right? Mm-hmm. Where our Evelyn is the one we're following through this thing, and like she's the through line to this,
right?
Yeah, until she's not because she's all the Evelyns,
right?
But
you guys are, like
everything everywhere,
yeah. But I wasn't tracking that here until you mentioned that, because we're going to reveal that I think in a minute and a half or so.
Yes. But she's I think we see it here when she drops the whatchamacallits.
Yeah. That's what, a minute from now.
No, that's this minute.
Yeah. So not a minute and a half. I apologize.
Oh.
60, like almost exactly 60 seconds.
Like within this,
Yes.
Yeah. Boy, language just gets fucked up when we're like, in a minute. It's like in a minute, or in a minute. I don't know. Yeah. So she's on her feet in our world, sans tarp, and she looks over and what does she see? Or who does she see? Or whom does she see, rather? Why, it's the other Lee brother, Alpha Andy. Remember him with the long pipes? And now he's got a long auditor award up his butt, through his pants, by the way.
Yeah.
And Keenan, I cannot read that. You're saying it says Auditor of the Year?
Yes, so I know it says Auditor of the Year because that's what it says in the script, and so I can kind of read that out. So I spent quite a long time trying to confirm what this says here. I went through Google search, and then I found a Reddit article that was talking about these a little bit. I confirmed it to James Wyatt, and I was like, oh, no, I need to know what this one says, this long trophy. So this trophy that Andy Lee has up his butt is through his jeans, even though he had tried to unbuckle his jeans to get James Wyatt's smaller butt plug in earlier. He has put his pants back up to fight, and now he has just sat on this one, and it's gone right through his jeans, which is must be a pretty hard fall, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so this one has the same base as Deirdre, and then it has the kind of trophy you would have, like a long, half a foot long, iridescent looking thing that you would have in a bowling trophy or anything for kids, right?
It's like a giant tower. It's like, yeah.
Yes. So I've been searching around. I was reading Reddit pages and stuff like that. And then on the Google AI summary, I resorted to that because I was like, oh gosh, I really need help. And it said that it says, Auditor of the Year, Pokai Michiko. You gasp, you say. You gasp.
Yes, I did.
Well, what does that mean? What does Pokai Michiko mean?
Well, I just actually just sat down on a... No, I mean...
But what is Pokai Michiko?
Well,
you gasp like you knew what that meant because I don't know what that means.
Well, wait, you don't? You're not picking up on this?
No, what does Pokai mean?
Well, okay, I don't know what that means, but... But Michiko, I thought it was like, oh my gosh, like the co-star of martial arts Evelyn, who's always getting like the short end of the stick, apparently gets the long end. But now we got to look at Pokai. Hang on.
But what does Pokai mean?
I don't know.
Michiko Nishiwashi, right?
Right. Yeah. Pokai meaning. Let's see. To fall down in the street.
Let me say that correctly, though.
Yeah.
But Michiko Nishiwaki is the actress in the movie, so I don't know what Pokai means.
Right. Okay, hang on. Okay. Pokai, often spelled Pokai, or so P-O-K-G-A-I or P-O-K-K-A-I, is a common Cantonese slang phrase that literally means to fall down in the street, but is widely used to mean being broke, bankrupt, or an epic fail. It's frequently used to describe financial desperation, annoying behavior, or to tease someone, often interpreted as calling someone useless or in a colloquial, sometimes harsh manner. Oh, guys, she never wins.
Oh, yeah. So like a co-star from way back when who shows up at your red carpet and you don't have a ticket for her, and she is Pokai.
Okay, I
she shows up uninvited and says, "Oh, I used to be in your movie, so let me into your premiere."
This can't. No, I think we're reading a little bit too much into it. I feel so bad for Michiko now.
Now you have I said that I followed the Google AI summary, and you believed it, and we went on this little research bubble here. So you believe this AI summary?
Actually, you know what? No, I didn't even. I'm getting so used to, like, I'm not yet used to like AI answering things on Google for me.
Right.
I thought this was like actual Google stuff, but no.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I went and vetted this. I was like, okay, it says Pokai Michiko, whatever that means. It's not anything. The Reddit page for the fans that I saw for James Wyatt, who's the smaller butt plug in Brian Lee's butt, said, oh, James Wyatt worked on post-production on Everything Ever All at Once. Oh, okay, that makes sense. We missed that. That makes a whole lot of sense.
Yeah.
So what the hell is this? So I wanted to double check this because I didn't trust the AI overview. I went to Andy Lee's Facebook or Instagram page, and you can see this behind the scenes footage where you can read this properly, and it says Pokai Michiko.
Okay.
So that is real. All right. So then I did some big other searches here, and I'm leading up to this because I think I found something big here.
Okay.
Lester, like actually big. Like
I'm talking about butt plugs here. It's like.
Well, there's a pretty sizable one, and then there's a really big one.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have sent you two links. So click on the first one. This is an auction at propstore.com.
Okay.
And this is, I can't quite tell what Prop Store is. It doesn't seem to be like the charity ones that we've been going to. But it's an auction for a prop auction.
Yeah, okay. Everything, Everywhere, All at Once, 2022. Lot 658.
Right.
Collection of Deirdre Beardra, Jamie Lee Curtis, and IRS ephemera.
Right. So it's some pretty cool stuff. It is including her finger condoms.
Yep.
There is her VTech headset, like her Bluetooth ones. The little plaque that says Deirdre Beardra, Auditor of the Month. And then some of the really nifty, IRS 10th floor maps that they've got.
Right. We got some maps. We got some like floor title plates.
Yeah, so this might also help us because we've been wondering what the 10th, 9th, and 8th floor, I think those are the ones that we're dealing with, right? So the 10th floor is automated collection. Doesn't seem very automated if Deirdre is there. Right?
Yeah.
9th floor, code and editing department. 8th floor, processing center.
Okay.
All right, so that's going well. And then we got what looks like Andy Lee's, I don't know how you describe this.
Auditor of the Year. Partially submerged award.
So they don't have a top to it. They don't have a butt plug in there.
Yeah.
Right. It's like...
What are you saying, aw? Like you wanted the realism?
I want the method, right?
I want to know that Andy Lee is doing all this with an award up his butt.
Right. So there is a nude... like bathing suit bottom, essentially,
right.
a nude Speedo, right? And then it's got a harness on it, and then we have the yes, half the trophy. Boo.
Yes.
The bottom half of the trophy.
I'm gonna say 2/3 of the trophy.
Okay, 2/3 of the trophy. Yes. And it says
half
Pokai.
the trophy would kill him. Come on.
It says Pokai Michiko, Auditor of the Year. So
yes.
that is 2 places we would confirm that.
Yeah.
What that means, I don't know.
Pokai Michiko, like why?
I mean, you got broke ass loser Michiko. You were saying, right?
But well, that's what Google AI says.
Well, so far it's been right. I was like, I don't know if I could trust this thing. That's why I did all this research. So that's why it got me to this site. So I'm glad that we got that.
Yeah. Hang on. Oh, here's a Reddit thing. Oh no, it's somebody's license plate, and it's Polk Guy. And it's like, if you speak Cantonese, you'll know. Cantonese insult means face plants onto the street. It can be kind of a curse, like as in, I wish you face plant onto the street. A noun, it could be like jerk or asshole.
But some kind of like clumsiness attached to it if it's falling down. And...
It says to get bonus points for sounding like Hong Konger, mix it with English, like Pokai La Yu. Somebody says, is it equivalent to somebody telling somebody else to drop dead?
Oh, Michiko.
And the person says, same energy.
Okay.
So, like Canton, Ohio?
What about Canton, Ohio?
Like the Cantonese version of Ohio.
Wait.
Because that's slang here. It's like Ohio, this is Ohio, you know.
So like the Gen Alpha slang of like, you're so Ohio, you're so shitty.
Yeah.
But Canton, Ohio is a real place.
Oh, I thought they were saying Cantonese, Ohio. Okay.
Like Canton, Ohio, I think is one of those places where I think we have a bunch of them in America where they as they're founding them in the 1800s or whatever, they're like, this is exactly the opposite side of China from the world, you know, which is, none of them were right, of course, because they didn't know they didn't have GPS or whatever.
Yes.
So it was Ohio.
Yeah,
Ohio, Canton, Ohio. All right. So we have proof that this says Pokai Michiko. We don't know what that means, I think.
Yeah.
And then I looked through the rest of the lots here while I was there. So click on this next one. I think this is actually really big. It's not really about this minute, but I think it is huge.
It's not really about size either.
I think this next one is really big for our understanding of the movie, and it's backing up something that I've said about the movie before.
Okay, all right.
Okay,
clicking on this. Okay, Everything Everywhere All at Once, 2022, lot 659, Hot Dog Universe scarf and cat paintings with Evelyn Wong's Michelle Yeoh puppet urn. Okay, right, because there is that scene where she had died and she's like ashes in an urn, right?
Yes. So they've put these things together. These are from different universes.
Right.
We have our urn from the RV, in Audrey and Peter's RV, in the Alphaverse, and then we have the Hot Dog Universe cats.
Right.
So this is a great set. I don't know how to bid on these. I think this is closed or something, but they have the two paintings of the cats that Evelyn and Deirdre have in the Hot Dog Universe.
Right. Yeah.
Right. Okay. Why don't you look through this collection a little bit?
Okay. And then we have them, labeled Eow Cat Painting 1, Eow Cat Painting 2. Okay. Aha. Okay, so on the urn, it says Evelyn Wong, August 6th, 1962 to November 8th, 2016.
Right.
So my whole fantasy of her being born on tax day is incorrect.
Well, at least in the Alphaverse.
In the Alphaverse.
In the IRS universe, she might have been born on tax day.
Oh, okay. You mean in our universe?
In our universe.
Yeah. Okay, well, okay, wait. But, like, there's got to be something to these dates. When was Michelle Yeoh born?
Oh, I don't know when Michelle Yeoh is born.
Let's check. I'm not going to ask AI this time.
Michelle Yeoh was born August 6, 1962.
Okay, that makes sense. But wait, no, I don't like this now. Because, 2016 has already passed, so.
Yeah, 2016 has already passed.
Yeah, because I was going to say, like, don't have her actual birth date and then a fake death date.
Right.
Yeah.
So how would you pick a death date for her?
I wouldn't. Oh God. I wouldn't do the birth date. Like I would.
If you were making a movie about multiple timelines and you have this monologue in the middle of your movie about how you've woken up in the wrong timeline and everything has been wrong and your hair never, your clothes never wear quite the same way, and your hair never falls in quite the same way, and you never run out of things to say.
No, Keenan, this isn't just huge. This is huge.
It's huge. This is the election date of Donald Trump is when Evelyn Wong dies.
Oh, and here
that is when Jobu Tupaki kills her mother in that universe the day that Trump is elected in our universe.
Wow.
That is big, right?
Keenan, you absolutely delivered. You are absolutely right. Every single time you showed me, so it was like, click on this link, and I'm like, oh, is this the thing he's talking about? No.
No.
And here I was. I thought I was going out of my way to shit all over Donald Trump in our episodes, and it turns out I am acting in the soul of this movie.
Absolutely, right. So we talked about that in our episode where Wayman gives her that monologue about how the multiverse idea really takes off around the time that Hillary Clinton loses the election. Like it's been there before, but millennials seem to have really glommed onto it, and we have the Spider-Verse and Rick and Morty and Everything Everywhere, and it's become and Avengers Infinity War, like the highest grossing movie of all time, becomes multiversal, right? And there's something about that, about millennials being like, we are in the wrong timeline.
Wow.
And we've been reading this like okay, well, we don't have the Daniels saying that anywhere, but we at least have the set decorators of this movie thinking about that.
That is, folks, this is, I was sad that we lost April 15th as her birthday, but this more than makes up for it. This is like, yes, this like all of the universes are saying, yes, this is a bad day.
Yes. That's the worst day.
All of our Leon Mosk jokes and Heath Pegseth, it's all coming, it's all coalescing. It's great.
I think that is actually a really big thing, and once this episode posts, I want to tell everybody what we've discovered here.
Yes. We gotta. I'm screenshotting this right now.
Yes.
Oh my God, I really am. Hang on, save as. Oh my God, that's so funny. So funny and so sad.
So sad.
I've destroyed a lot of universes. I spoke with one of the Jobus, and she said, "I wish I could do what you do." Did you speak with this Jobu Tupaki? We reached out to her, and she said no. She didn't. She never spoke with you. No, it was. I'm not going to say. Yeah. I'm not going to say because you didn't. You didn't. You lied. Anyway, you know what I'm talking about, right?
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, he says that a former president called up and said that he's glad that he bombed Iran. He wished he could have done it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But there are only 4 living presidents now.
And all of them have
they
said...
all have email addresses.
Yes.
And people could ask them.
Anyway, all right. Okay. Oh, gosh. Thank you so much for this revelation.
Excited.
Yes. Yeah, this is the most excited I've been about something going up somebody's butt.
I will not say that.
Okay, let's get back to the movie. So we got Brian Lee and Andy Lee, and they are now united, each with an award up their butt, each striking a menacing pose. Evelyn wastes no time gathering herself up for another round. She finishes in this like crane-like pose, arms out, balancing on one foot. And I like this. The brothers look at each other, and I love how they're the ones reacting like, "What the hell?" Right? Like she's the weird one, right?
Yeah. I also like that. They really feel like they're a team. I mean, they might not really even know each other in the real world.
Oh yeah, the characters, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he's a security guard, and he's he works on this floor, right?
Like he works on this floor. Well, I don't know, some floor. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, just in the building. So, but like, so they might be like, hey, hey, bro, what's up, or whatever. But they don't really know each other. But here, now that they have their powers and they're synced up and they're both at Alpha Gong Gong's team, like they can pose with each other. And Andy Lee like rests part of his foot on Brian Lee's like naked thigh, and it's just like, oh, we're like we are a hive mind. We are one.
Yeah. So it could be that their alpha counterparts are brothers or something like that.
Oh yeah, maybe that's a good point.
Yeah, so they look at each other, and yeah, they kind of like share this thought, like brothers do, or maybe they're like realizing that they've underestimated her or something like that. But now the fight starts proper again with the amazing construction backdrop. I love it. We got the lights in just the right spots to make our actors kind of shadowy, like silhouettes. Not completely, but they are backlit by these lights here. We got them advancing and Evelyn kind of retreating. She's fighting, but she's like being forced back. I just realized this is making me think of like a video game, and that must be intentional. Like a fighting game, yes, like Street Fighter or whatever. But what I mean is we got Evelyn on the left of the screen and the brothers on the right. And we naturally want to see Evelyn go from left to right. And that means that, because that means that she's progressing. But here she's getting pushed back.
Right.
I wonder what was the first inspiration for that? Like, why is it always left to right? I feel like it has to go back farther than video games, perhaps like in animation or even like paintings, or is it just because we read from left to right, or is there some like rule about it in film? Like, do you know what I'm talking about?
I do know. I mean, so in movies in America, we usually have the hero moving from left to right, and left to right movement is sort of forward progressive movement, heroic movement, and then regressive or backwards movement, or like is right to left, or if someone is going out on an adventure, it's left to right. If they're returning home, it's right to left.
Right. I mean, left.
But for Street Fighter 2, I don't know why it is that way, because in Japan, it's often the opposite.
For reading, you mean?
In movies, yeah.
Oh, in movies?
Oh, yeah. Oh. Yeah, the movement is often the opposite way. So usually we have characters who, like, the hero is on the left looking right. That's kind of the more powerful position. And then in Japan and China, it's often reversed.
Huh. Okay. So why is Street Fighter like that?
I don't know. That's
or Mario
thing.
or it's not. I mean, we would have heard if it were like mirrored, like when it was ported over. So it's not.
I would imagine that we would hear that.
Yeah, that would have been huge.
Right. I don't know. I'm looking through like samples of Street Fighter. I'm trying to find Street Fighter 2 in Japanese, and I don't see that. Yeah, Japanese is a little bit different from Chinese, though, because obviously you read left to right. So I guess it's weird. I mean, how do you explain this? You read left to right in some instances and right to left in other instances.
Yeah, like I mean, if you're reading like manga or something like that, it's gonna be right to left.
Right.
Sometimes.
But you still read the words left to right.
If
they are horizontally written.
Yeah, if they're vertically written.
If they're vertically written, you read them right to left.
Right to left, like up to down. Yeah.
Yeah, I was hoping you had a...
No, I don't like
a better way of putting it than me.
No, I mean that's the limit of my understanding of it.
Right.
I just know that it is different. I don't know why.
Yeah. Yeah, so sometimes you read right to left, sometimes you read left to right.
All
right.
Yep.
Well, there you go.
Yep. You're welcome, listeners.
But yeah, we often have like a character in a movie who is, I mean, if you just imagine the G.I. Joes fighting the Cobra Commandos, in your head, the G.I. Joes are shooting right and the Cobra Commandos are shooting left.
Yeah, right. The G.I. Joes, they're on the left of the screen shooting right. Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, so that's very, very common. But this frame, so yeah, it is her being pushed back. It looks like a video game, partially because we are shooting it so perpendicularly, right? So all of our depth cues are perpendicular. Like we have seen her fighting in this exact space, but the camera has been angled by like 30 or 40 degrees to the side.
Right.
So everything looks a little bit more three-dimensional. We see like around a pillar, we see two sides of the pillar. But here we're shooting it exactly perpendicular, and so we don't see both sides of the pillar as we're going through. So it absolutely looks like a video game.
Yeah, you could literally pixelate this. This could be like the IRS construction level,
right?
With all the like ladders and bric-a-brac in the back there,
right?
And just get some like IRS agents cheering like they do in the street. It's like
yeah, just see them on a little cycle, of animation. Yeah. It also reminds me of a very famous scene in Old Boy, Park Chan-wook's movie. Do you know Old Boy? Yeah. There's a very famous scene where he's fighting like 12 guys, and he has a hammer, and they're all coming at him. And the movie like tracks back with him as he's losing, and then tracks forward with him as he's winning. But that's a a long extended sequence, like, I don't know, 5 minutes of that or something.
Yeah.
So this one looks like that a lot, but it is it's just enough so that we sort of feel video game-y or old boy-y, and then it reverts back to looking normal. So it's not like, oh, look at this shot for too long.
Right.
So I'm sure audience members, a lot of them wouldn't notice this. Other ones would just sort of like feel it immediately, like, oh, that feels like a video game, and then we moved on from it.
It's a quick tease. It's a quick flash. Like much of this movie is like, it's like, hey, pizza, hey, she's a cat now, or whatever.
Yeah. She could probably be a video game version of this in one of the worlds.
Yeah, I know there's like everybody's talking about the anime version. Maybe there is a video game version, although I don't think so. I've looked at it pretty extensively, but might be wrong. Yeah. But yeah, we can see a sign in the background here. It says, to better serve you. To serve man. It's a cookbook.
Man.
To serve hot dogs.
Those are my fingers.
But actually, okay, yeah, to better serve you, and then it says construction written down the side.
Right.
Who is this sign for? Is it for the customers coming to that floor, and it's like, we're making improvements to better serve you, like as a kind of like please pardon our dust, type thing? Or is it for the employees there, coming in, they're 9 to 5, and it's like, we got to deal with these ladders and this rosin, and it's like, remember, we're doing this to better serve you. Who's reading that sign and being like, oh, okay, I feel better now.
Maybe both of them, yeah. Because it does say underneath that, to better serve you, there's a little yellow warning sign. And then it says, please pardon our appearance while we make improvements.
Oh, okay. I was joking about the pardon our dust, but yeah.
Yeah, it's a pardon our dust sign, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Well, there we go. Yeah. But yeah, Evelyn is successfully dodging both of these guys' sweep kicks and flips and cartwheels. Again, Brian, we need your ass in the air as much as possible.
Oh, and then I did see in Andy Lee's Instagram that Brian Lee is wearing a nudie Speedo under there. So he is not hanging around. And at least in the shot that I saw, he doesn't have like a stunt
Twig and berries.
Twig and berries, yeah.
We saw some pixelated twig and berries. Is it one of those like frontless Speedos? You know what I mean?
The one that I saw was, yeah.
So
what do you mean frontless? Oh no, ew. Like a crotchless one?
Yeah.
No, this was a nudie, completely, a modesty garment to cover his entirety.
I see.
His everything and his everywhere.
Yeah. And his all at once in the back.
So we might, I don't know, maybe in the ones where we saw pixelated doodads everywhere, maybe there's another garment, but I don't know. I think more likely they did that and they fixed it in post.
I see.
They posted him.
Yes. Oy. But yeah, this ends in a new angle where Andy has launched himself into the air and unleashes this spin kick to Evelyn's face, and once again she is sort of kicked into another universe briefly, and this time it's the pizza universe. Beefy 2 times special $11.99. But she drops her sign and staggers back. Cut to our world where she does the same. She looks defeated, staggers back against one of the pillars. Cut to Pizza Evelyn, who clearly realizes something is wrong, right? She's looking around like, what just happened, right? Maybe it's our Evelyn still in there. And she's looking around,
I had made the connection, but yeah, the Beefy special, but Chad was named Beefy in the original fight. So I don't know, maybe you're right. Maybe Andy Lee was going to be Chad, like you were arguing?
Possibly, yeah. That's what I was saying.
He would have been Beefy.
Yeah.
And now she's getting kicked in the face by Beefy, and then we cut to a shot of her with the Beefy special.
Yeah, I'm going to hold on to that. I'm going to hold on to Andy Lee was going to be Chad, and the egg lady in the teppanyaki universe that gets, egg all over herself was going to be Deirdre. And then something happened, schedule thing or whatever,
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, we cut back to Evelyn, and she sort of snaps out of it just in time to see something coming at her. She's got this terrified look on her face, and she gets out of the way just in time to dodge Brian Lee's foot as it slams against the pillar right where her face was. I also like how she dodged. Like, if you go back and look, she sort of just like scampers away. So this is our Evelyn without powers temporarily, right? She doesn't do like a cool flip or anything. She just kind of goes, and gets out of there, right?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, she's not.
I'm sorry. Yeah. So in this wide shot where she scampers away, you can see scuff marks on the pillar. In the shot where it's her, her coverage that's a little bit closer, there's no scuff marks. So you can see some evidence that Brian has done this quite a few times.
Yeah.
It's very impressive, very impressive. But yeah, he must have had to do this, probably 3 or 4 or 5 times.
We don't know. This could have been just like, his character's, lunch break. He goes down to, the 9th floor and does a couple of kickflips on that pillar,
Back when I was younger, I used to do that all the time.
Oh, really?
Back when I was a limberer person, yes. When I was a lad of 19, 20, I would just kick to see how high I could kick on a wall.
Wow.
Like constantly.
I remember back when I was younger, I did that once. Actually, no. 0.5 times. And never again.
Never again. Yeah, I wasn't tall, so like my cousin who was a little bit taller than me, he would, constantly like challenge me to see, like at a parking garage, can you hit that beam? And he would like jump up and hit it, with his fingers.
Oh, yeah.
And I could never do that, but I could kick higher than people. So I would do that, yeah.
There you go.
Got to get your joy somewhere.
Yup. Yeah. But yes.
Pre-November 8th, 2016.
Yes. Yeah. Now you cannot get joy. No. Anywhere. Yeah. Joy is now Jobu. Forever and ever, amen. No. Okay, so yeah, she dodges that. Unfortunately, she's not able to dodge Brian's second kick as he uses the pillar to spin around in the air. The force of this kick flips her head over heels into the beginning of the movie. What are we doing here? And that's exactly how Evelyn reacts. She's landed on that pile of receipts on the table from the very beginning of our movie. She looks up, realizes where she is, and she kind of looks annoyed. She's like, oh, and she literally leaps up from the table and back into our world. I like how we're taking less time to jump now while we're in like the middle of a fight. Like maybe she's getting the hang of it, or is this because she hasn't fully jumped over to those places and she's kind of like only half there? What do you think?
Yeah, like I guess part of it is right because we understand what's going on, so we need less cinematic language to know what's going on, right?
All right.
So we don't need the ramp up every single time into it. So if this were a little bit earlier, if this were like 30 minutes earlier, we might have to have an emotional beat of her going, I'm reacting to the jump. Oh, where am I? Oh, here's my emotional reaction to where I am. And now we just kind of cut basically to the latter two. Like, okay, we have an emotional reaction to where I am, and then we kind of move on.
Right. We would have like Audrey and Peter being like, it appears she's in the pizza universe again, or something like that.
And Joy saying, she's not here anymore. Where'd she go? She looks annoyed. Yeah. But this occurred to me as you were saying that we're at the beginning of the movie, which I guess is true. But
or it could be in another universe where she's gone back to just do the taxes and
we have seen that universe, right? Oh, they're like, oh no, she's gone to another universe. Instead of fighting, she's gone home to do her taxes. And Waymond and Audrey are like, oh no, that's terrible. Yeah, so that must be this universe, that branching one.
Yeah. We cut back in our world. I like how she comes back. It's like she was buried under a bunch of papers, and she emerges from it like a pool or something with the papers like splashing and fluttering down, right, and her hair kind of like whipping. But then also at the same time, the style in which she does this is sort of like exhausted, exasperated, like right. She's like just barely holding on and keeping up.
So is this supposed to be? This is so fast, and we don't notice this at all. Is this supposed to be that she has pulled receipts from one universe into the other universe?
Oh,
and like she has this power that she isn't even cognizant of.
Okay, that's the question, right? Are these papers from the receipt world or? Yeah, they're receipts.
They're receipts. They're the tiny, skinny, like over-the-counter receipts. Yeah.
Because I was thinking she just like landed in some like IRS forms or something in the IRS building, but no, these are freaking receipts from the table.
She seems to be scooping them from one universe into the other one, and like she's too busy getting her ass kicked, I think, to notice like, oh wow, I have like physically brought one from the other universe.
Right. She just did the thing that like Joy's going to do later, where she kind of like has that. She's holding something in her hand and it becomes a billion other things.
Right. Or like Joy has been doing to produce a ketchup bottle from behind her back.
Or dildos.
Or a gun or whatever. So now she's starting to do it, but she doesn't have time to celebrate that. And she doesn't even probably realize it at all.
She doesn't even notice it, yeah.
Right.
But the little light is green. So the little light on her headset, yeah.
Oh, right.
Yeah. So yeah. What's that about, folks?
Yeah, it's like she's getting her power. Her clay pot is breaking, and that is both good and bad, right? They're warning her about her clay pot breaking, but she's going to discover that that's okay. She can handle that, but first she has to go through 40 minutes of shit first.
Exactly.
Of her being awful and her being evil even, and So here's one of the beginning parts.
Yep.
What a big minute for Evelyn, for us.
For us, yeah. This is huge. This is the biggest minute. This is no other minutes. No other minutes. The other minutes look at this minute and be like, I wish I could do what you do.
Right.
Yeah.
That I can tell you.
Yeah. Anyway, we cut to Brian as he tucks his arms in and launches himself like a bullet.
Right.
Quick shot of Evelyn looking from him to the other Lee brother, Andy, who has launched into a sliding kick along the floor. We get a reaction from Evelyn and then a wide shot in slow motion as the two brothers are flying toward Evelyn in the center. Evelyn has put her hands out, and it starts out as another fight pose. But just before I think we figure out what she is planning to do, we cut to a close-up of Andy Lee's butt sliding along the floor as Evelyn's hand reaches out and touches the trophy. She looks up, and we see Brian Lee's body bulleting past her. Reaction shot from Joy and Waymond as they sort of rise from their hiding places, because whatever is going to happen next is going to be interesting. I think they realize.
Right.
I should also mention the choir is back. Right. It's these high female voices, kind of like when they were saying, I love you, I love you, I love you. And now it's just like, but I love that here we're further cementing it with Evelyn finding her powers. Remember early on when the music would sort of like herald the arrival of the special world, and then the voices would sort of announce it finally, like we're here. Like when Waymond, had the fanny pack when he was doing the fight, right?
Right.
Or Evelyn on the stairs, with Deirdre, the I love you thing, right? And now I feel like they are telling us that Evelyn is starting to become the thing that they herald. Right? Starting to become, that chosen one, right? And leave it to the Daniels. It's happening while she pulls 2 butt plugs out of these guys' butts. Right? Because that's what's happening here. She's grabbed both of the trophies as they fly by, and the slow motion speeds back up as she yanks them free. This could have been much messier. So thank you, Daniels, for making it only rosin that comes out.
Yeah, so it is magical. She's doing this without being told because Audrey and Peter aren't in her ear telling her what to do.
Right.
And she is yanking out the butt plugs in 2 different directions, in the opposite direction. So she has to spin her body around like a windmill, essentially.
Right, yeah.
And then work in the exact opposite direction that both of them are going.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't know if that makes sense. Yeah, because one is going right, one is going left, and she has to yank out the opposite.
Yes.
Right to left, right. Yeah, so it is magical, and it's that slow motion. So the music here, the vocals really help us with that. Like we are slowing down. We're in bullet time in the Matrix or something, right? And Joy and Waymond are interested, but it's almost impossible for them to figure out like what they're seeing, I think.
Yeah.
They just must know that it's pretty damn cool, but they wouldn't really know like what we see here, that what she has to do with her body to attain this.
Right.
Like a sense of motion, a sense of timing, right? All of that, and then to execute that while she's dodging being hit by these 2 guys and all of that.
What they might actually see, like in regular time, is just like a blur, and then suddenly these guys fall over.
And then she's got the butt plugs
in her hands. But yeah, cut to Brian crashing into a ladder, and Andy rolling into a tarp and having a piece of wall or ceiling fall on him as they both land literally powerless. I like how this immediately takes their powers away, like mid-flight, so they don't land. So they land like normal people and not like martial artists, because they were like within the trajectory of like the martial arts fighters had launched themselves, and then they lost it like mid-flight, and so now they can't like land on their feet. They just like crash. Right.
Yeah. So Andy gets the easier one because he kind of skids there, kind of falls forward and rolls his back. Brian gets to hit this giant ladder, which is a skinny ladder, but still, and we get to look up his ass, even though it's pixelated, but like I don't know how to describe that, but it tain his ass and tain his balls. It's something in the middle there, but it's pixelated anyway.
Oh yeah. But it's saying hi to the camera.
Yeah, just really like embarrassing and ignoble, like
that way. I see what you mean. Yeah,
it's like an upskirt of him. Yeah,
right. So it's like the final humiliation, right? Because Andy gets like a piece of like wall or ceiling just like fall on him, and then he crashes into the ladder, and it's also like. It's like when you crash into the wall and your little legs are just poking out and wiggling, and it's like it's the extra embarrassment of like we don't even see your face in this defeat, we just see your butt.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Like he's Pooh Bear.
Yeah, exactly. Like Pooh Bear stuck in the thing.
Stuck
yeah.
In the, yeah.
Yeah.
I forget who's on what side in Rabbit's house, but yeah, someone get to see the Tao of Pooh in the back there.
Yeah. But yeah,
this is a tangent, but
okay.
This is just me giving myself flowers for the funniest thing I've ever said.
Okay.
So I once lived with some roommates, and I came home one day, and the sewer had backed up into the hall bathroom and into my bedroom.
Ugh.
Yeah, so I had to like grab what I could out of there and find another place to live. And then it was completely like we had people come over and like try to fix it. They had to dehydrate the entire house and rip up my bedroom and everything. And it was really traumatic. But I did put together a Facebook collage of everything there and what I was going through of all this is like explain to people like wow what I'm going through. And I called it the house at Pooh Corner. And and yeah, that's how I remember that house. That's my little my little artistic collage of. I never got to move back to that house. I had to just move out and find.
Yeah, no, I don't think I don't think there's any moving back in to Pooh Corner.
Oh, I wish we can go back though. There's so much to be done. Count all the bees in the hive. Chase all the clouds from the sky. Yeah. Back to the days of Christopher Robin and Pooh.
Yep.
Kenny Loggins.
Oh, there we go. Yeah. In this scenario, you were Christopher Robin?
Oh, I wish. I was probably more like the mole guy.
Yes.
Who's like, he's like a character, but like he doesn't get invited to anything.
No, he doesn't actually.
He doesn't get to play Pooh's Takes.
I remember... The only thing I remember about him is he whistles when he talks. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Gopher, of course. Right.
Gopher. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. What did you say? The mole guy.
Mole guy.
What's the mole guy's name? Gopher.
Gopher. Oh, they barely know his name.
Sure.
They just pretend.
Sure. Yeah. All right. Well, this is important now. Who would you be in the universe?
Oh, I'm very much like Rabbit.
Oh, okay. I was going to say the same. Yeah.
That you were like Rabbit? Or
yes.
That I'm like, we were both Rabbit.
Yeah, I think we're both Rabbit.
Yeah, we're both like, knock off all this whimsy and get to work.
Yeah.
You sad little stuffed animals.
There is stuff to be. He is stuck in my front door. Fun is well and good.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Like a good book on a rainy day.
Right.
That's fun.
That's fun.
And you know what else is fun? Cleaning up.
But the way you all act like these things just happen, but they only happen to you in this whole 100-acre wood. You're the only ones with a weekly emergency. So put that together.
What's that you say? We have to go help Piglet because he tied himself to a helium balloon even though he's very, very small? If I were very small, I wouldn't do that.
I wouldn't do that. You know who never gets in trouble? Rabbits, friends, and relations.
Yeah.
No, you don't never hear any stories about them. And they live happily ever after.
Because they don't have friends who are too small to hold balloons.
Oh, it's a very blustery day. You know what we should do? Stay the fuck inside.
Am I a stuffed rabbit? Am I a real rabbit that Christopher Robin plays with? I don't know. Actually, wait. No, this is actually important. Like, okay, Pooh's a stuffed bear.
That's right.
Piglet is a
stuffed pig.
Stuffed pig. Okay. Eeyore is a toy donkey.
Yeah, definitely.
Kanga and Roo are toys.
Right.
I feel like Rabbit is a real rabbit. Just the way, like looking at pictures of him, because like he doesn't have like the little stitching and the little, like I think he's real, and I think all the others are not.
Well, I just Googled, is Rabbit a real rabbit? Not thinking what I was saying. And the Google AI summary says, yes, rabbits are real animals, period.
Well, there you go. You know what else is fun? If you can't find a book to read, listening to podcasts. done by other rabbits.
That's right. Yeah, Rabbit rates and reviews every podcast that
Yes,
he listens to for more than one episode. Yes.
And he is tough, but he is fair.
That's right.
He's not going to be Pooh. Rabbit tried to get Pooh to rate a podcast, and he gave it 4 stars, and he didn't even listen to it. Yeah. Tigger gave it 1 star. And Rabbit asked why. He's like, because balance. You got to balance. Just got to be contrarian all the time.
Right.
Yeah. Don't worry, Rabbit. It'll get buried with all the other stars. With all the other 5-star reviews. Okay.
So yeah, our boys have hit the skids here.
In
their opposite
more ways than one.
Yeah, and Andy Lee has been, he's got tumbled over, and we see his jeans ripped where the sun don't shine, etc. Yeah, but they're out for the count, it seems.
Yeah. We then get a shot from the movie theater as up on the big screen, Evelyn realizes what she's holding, right, those 2 big butt plugs, and drops the trophies in disgust, looking like she's going to throw up. It's the hot dog hands all over again.
Oh, right.
Yeah. Everybody's laughing in the audience, but we zoom out from Wong Kar Wai Evelyn as she looks around, and we notice she's also acting like she's about to throw up. So she's got like that nausea like from the other universe still. I like that.
Right. So it's not her in the audience like throwing up because what she's seen is what she has experienced. She's like actually living it. Like if she were really living through Dumb and Dumber or something, or Ace Ventura 2.
Right. Yeah. And then we hear a voice, presumably from her headset, saying, reaching mental capacity. Cut back to the big screen, and we see Gong Gong. And
what are you doing here?
Yeah. And he's holding out a regular chair, like it's a shield, or he's like a lion tamer or something.
Right. He's pointing the 5 points of this office swivel chair. Yeah.
Yeah.
With its wheels.
And he's motoring towards us like that train when movies first came out.
Yeah, the train arriving at a station by the Lumiere brothers.
There you go, right? But
That's
the Lumiere brothers.
Lumiere.
Tries this movie. It's delicious. Don't believe me? The fucking train is coming at you.
One thing about this movie screen that I think is really cool is that the color temperature is so different from, again, our universe, which is more orangey. And then when we see the movie version of it, it's more blue.
Yeah, okay.
So it just helps us like orient ourselves and know that like, oh, this is the movie version of this real life of her. So it's the exact same stuff. It looks the same. It's framed the same way, but it just has a slightly different color temperature.
Yeah, no, that's perfect. Yeah. The chairs coming right for us, coming right at us. And Evelyn in the audience reacts in pretty much the same way, right? She looks up at the screen as the voice again says, reaching mental capacity. And
it is great seeing like the people around her just not having the same reaction. They're just watching it like a movie.
They're enjoying it like oh, this is Evelyn's triumph on the screen.
Right.
Yeah. Well, yeah. What do we think of this minute?
Really fun. I think this is a huge moment for us. The biggest moment.
Definitely a lot of surprises in this moment. I did not expect. Right? Yeah.
Yeah, on this podcast, we are going to win so much you're going to get tired of winning, but then we're going to keep on winning anyways.
Yeah. And you won't even have to worry about choosing other podcasts in the future. Are we going to completely get rid of all the other podcasts? No.
Right.
Only on day 1.
Right.
Jesus. That made my day. That just I don't know if I can adequately describe it to you, Keenan, the gift that you gave me. Just the fact that the Daniels also hate that day. Like making it into a part of the movie. Oh,
right.
Beautiful. But yeah, folks, this has been the 81st minute of Everything Everywhere All at Once. I've been Lester Ryan Clark. You can reach me in all the universes as Lester Ryan Clark.
And I've been Keenan Diaz. In your universe, I'm on Letterboxd and Instagram as Howdy Keenan.
Yeah, we got our Facebook listener group, Banana for Scale. That's a community for all of our shows, including this one. It's a private group, but just request to join and you'll be sucked into the banana. If you want more, consider joining us at truestory.fm/join and look for Banana for Scale. That's us. You get bonus episodes of all our shows, access to our Discord, and you get your episodes a week early and ad-free. Pretty cool. cool, just $5. If you're not sure about that yet, one thing you can do that's absolutely free but would mean all the universes to us would be to help us out by giving us a 5-star rating on iTunes or Spotify or wherever you listen to our show. That and sharing the show by word of mouth or on social media is going to help our little podcast grow and find more cool people like you. Okay, it is time to jump. Oh, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to be one of those NPCs in the back as they're fighting, and I'm just going to be, just going through my 3-frame cycle of
Yeah, like pumping your right hand up once, twice, and then the third time, like your hand goes out into a high five or something.
Yeah.
And like that forever.
And then when one of them wins, it's just going to be like sped up erratically. I'm just like, because that's what they do. It's not. They don't change their animation. They just go faster.
Right.
Like when someone loses.
I love it.
Okay.
Yes. Well, I'm going to take this pardon our dust sign, and I'm going to use it to sweep up some of this rosin.
There you go.
Isn't that the great irony of ironies?
Right?
Yeah, and I'm going to kind of scooch it all into one big pile.
And just hope one of the fighters lands on it. Yeah. Love it. All right. Keenan, are you thinking what I'm thinking?
Thinking the wonderful thing about Evelyn's is that Evelyn's are wonderful things. In one world, she could be a pizza sign spinner, and now that she can breathe deep as she sings. She fights, kick, kicks, punch, punch. The most wonderful thing about our Evelyn is she's not the only one.
She's not
the only one.
Okay, that is perfect. Yep. All right, and with that, folks, we're out. 1, 2, 3.